Hi crafters! In this video I'm going to show you techniques to seal edges cleanly and make your work look professional whether your edges are straight, curved or triangular. You will also learn how to make clean inner and outer joints for corners and which materials work best for each task. There are many ways to do this and every crafter has their favorite. I'll share the methods that have worked best for me over years of experimenting and refining my techniques. But remember, here on my channel, I always say durability is more important than perfection. My goal is to give new life to materials, which means making projects that last many years. So I prefer strong techniques over purely aesthetic ones. Let's start with the first technique, covering the edges of a one-dimensional or flat piece of cardboard. For straight edges, the key is to cover the corrugated part. If you love cardboard like I do, you know the word corrugation. This is the wavy layer between the two sheets of craft paper that lets cardboard bend and absorb shocks. Some cardboard has up to 4 corrugated layers called quad wall, but the most common is single wall with 1 fluted layer and 2 craft sheets. To cover a straight edge neatly, add about half an inch to your visible edge. Remove the fluted layer in that margin with a craft knife until only the bottom craft sheet is left. Fold it over the edge and glue it to the other side. Be gentle and move the knife up and down smoothly so you don't cut all the layers. You can also use tweezers for precision. If you don't mind a small line showing, you can also use masking tape, just cutting a few vertical slits along long pieces so bubbles won't form. For curved edges, it's a bit trickier. Trying to wrap a straight band around the curve often creates wrinkles and bubbles, which looks messy. A better method is to cut small triangles in a long strip of craft paper, glue it along the edge and fold each triangle behind the cardboard. This hugs the curve almost invisibly. If the folded side is visible, cover it with another sheet of craft like a flyleaf in bookbinding for a clean finish. Triangular flat edges work the same way. To cover the edges of a flat triangular piece of cardboard, cut a triangle from a sheet of craft paper that's just a bit larger than your cardboard triangle. Place it on top and glue it in place. Then trim the tip of the craft paper into a small triangle so you can fold it neatly over the tip of your cardboard. Finally, wrap the sides of the craft paper around the edges to seal them cleanly. For projects that need strength like storage bins, diorama or props, you can use ramboard tape or water-activated tape depending on how strong the joint needs to be. For projects that hold about 17 pounds, ramboard tape works best. Place it along the middle of the planks you want to join or bend it into an angle. Cut the extra tape into 3 slits with 2 framing the corner and fold the slits neatly to the other side. For very heavy projects like furniture, chairs or shelves that hold up to 80 pounds per inch, use water-activated tape. It has fiberglass reinforcement so it becomes the most indestructible when dry. Avoid using hot glue or duct tape if you plan to paint because the paint won't stick well and the materials wear out quickly. My favorite approach combines tape and craft paper. If you followed my channel, you know I often cover projects this way to get seamless and sturdy structures. For square or rectangular 3D projects, use a gift wrapping technique. Keep less than 1 inch of extra craft paper, cut diagonals from the corner of the extra paper to the cardboard corners, fold the side slits toward the center, and cover them with the remaining paper. Trim, if necessary, to match the rectangle. For round 3D objects, it's more complex but doable. Place the object vertically on craft to measure and trace its width. Cut a piece long enough to go around, place the top of the object in the center of the paper and trace its contour. Draw diagonal lines from the edges of the paper to the center of the circle. Cut along these lines to the edge, then cut small slits inside each triangle like sun rays. Fold the triangles around the curve to fit perfectly. With these techniques, any cardboard project, flat, angled or 3D, will have clean, strong, professional-looking edges. Remember, precision and durability are the keys. So, are you ready to turn your cardboard into strong and beautiful creations? Try these tips, share your results in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get more crafting tips every week. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Happy crafting!